U.S. Staffing, we welcome the President, Ben Jones, and Business Development and Safety Manager, Jim Dolson. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Last time these guys were here, they brought us golf balls. What'd you bring this time?
I brought Jim.
That's
fine.
right, yeah.
That's great. No,
Who doesn't golf?
Those golf balls were meant to last the entire season.
Oh.
But we did.
Some of them didn't, or
Bart lost a sleeve on Father's Day. So,
But you bring another sleeve then, I think.
that's right. Yeah.
So, but we did a 2-on-3 Father's Day 9-hole, and
nice.
we were hitting the U.S. staffing balls around there. So it was fun. It was
How'd
good
you
stuff.
shoot?
My daughter and I shot a 37.
Holy cow.
And Bart,
Not so
Joey, and James shot a 40.
Okay.
So we,
All right.
we
Very good.
Like I said, we kind of dog walked them around there a little bit. But happy Father's Day.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, very good.
You guys are busy. I noticed you had a hiring event yesterday. It was like something you just pop up.
Yep. We do that from time to time for, sometimes we do it just in general, like a general job fair, and sometimes we do them very specific for our customers. And we've done it for Martin Maria in both locations here, Jackson and Jonesville. And we do it for a lot of our customers as needed, and we do it on site at their campus as well.
We call them job fairs, but it's really not carnival rides or pounds. It's
That's
but
right.
there's food.
Yes.
Food and drinks and chance to come in and get a job like right away. And in today's market, if you're at the job fair yesterday, you could be working today.
Isn't that amazing?
Sometimes, and we do this in our Tennessee office, if you come in the morning and you're signing up for a third shift, you can go work that night.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
It's a hot job market right now.
So all over the news, the headlines, recession. What does that mean? In 2008, it was a housing recession. There was a housing bubble.
Right.
What is the outlook for what's happening now, Jim?
Yeah, so what it seems to be, if you read all the, if you put it like all together and you put it on the table, like sort through, what it seems to mean right now is that, we see the unemployment rate is really low, but really unemployment is bad right now because there's people not in the market.
Yeah.
And so that's causing problems with manufacturers. So the recession that's looming right now has more to do with higher prices. Because there's so few, the high demand, there's so few products out there because manufacturers can't find people to make it. Gas prices, of course, are high. Unemployment's high, but not the unemployment rate that we measure, but unemployment in terms of people in the market's high. So everybody's like pointing at, probably inevitable that we're going to have a recession. But we're also been listening, you probably heard it too, that there's a mixed feeling on that too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
There
it'd
are
just be
some
a
mixed
slowness
feelings
in growth.
Because people
not
are
a
still
recession.
spending money, right?
Yes, and there's
Right.
still demand for a lot of product, which so there's huge demand, and which causes inflation. So then the Fed has to jump in and say, wait a minute, this is going to crash if we don't do something.
Right.
So now they're essentially trying to engineer a shallow and short
Right.
recession.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being tasked with that?
Oh my gosh.
You only have to watch those congressional,
Those are brutal for Chair Powell.
the congressional
oh my
oversight committees, and it's like, that's a
not
job.
fun.
You would not pay me enough to do that.
It's
That's awful.
absolutely amazing. So, but we shouldn't just watch the news and just kind of
Right.
wait for trouble. What should we do, maybe as a small business?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and back when the pandemic hit in March of 2020, one thing that we kind of got around the table and we asked ourselves, okay, if we knew there was going to be a pandemic in March of 2020, what would we have done different in 2019 to prepare for that?
It
And
was a sobering question.
I'm sure.
It-
Because
it
I mean, it
was.
caught us all by surprise, obviously, and
100%.
we just thought, man, if we could have that moment back.
Yeah, so I mean, if you kind of look into the crystal ball now, say, okay, let's just assume there's going to be a recession. What are some things that we can do today to prepare for that recession, to weather that storm and come out maybe even better as there's an expansion period after the recession?
Yeah. So like focus on cash flow is one of the big things. I mean, if you think about your own personal finances for a minute, it kind of makes sense. If you know you might lose your job, for example, you're going to save cash. And the same is true for businesses and especially small businesses. Focus on cash flow right now. Do things like where people owe you money, your receivables, go get them as soon as you can. And where you owe people, push it out, within the terms of the agreement. Don't pay them right away. don't pay them at the front end of the term, pay them at the back end of the term. So if you got 60 days to pay a bill, wait till the 59th day.
Take the 60 days, yeah.
Unless
sure.
they're listening to the show, then they're going to know what your
Right.
strategy is.
Yep.
But that's
Yeah.
one way you can do cash flow, as well as just cutting back on expenses, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, another way along in that same vein is if you can get like a line of credit, maybe not even, and a credit card or a credit card, but if you can get a line of credit where you don't need the capital, but you have access to it, so you're not paying interest on it if you don't need it, but if you do need it, at least it's there, because in any business, especially ours, but in any business, if you miss one payroll,
Trouble.
it's over.
You had some sleepless nights. I know you told us about
In
during the pandemic.
April of 2020,
Yeah.
that was some scary times.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
no doubt
Yeah.
for almost everybody, right? It
Yes.
was goofy.
How are you going to meet payroll? Right?
But like you guys say, we shouldn't wait. Maybe even attack some new goals or try and increase revenue streams.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about the pandemic, the companies who did really well figured out how to make money outside of their normal business.
Right.
I mean, maybe they used their normal core business, but they figured out how to make that work. People who started doing curb service, for example, restaurants, instead of you coming in, they figured it out. And so now's the time to do that. So we're looking at that too. Like, what can we do today to prepare us for a time when maybe the GDP or the economy starts shrinking some more and we formally enter into a recession?
Yeah, so during the pandemic, one thing that we did was we started staffing health screeners for a lot of our customers,
Right.
which is something that we've never done
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, it helped a lot of our customers stay open so they could keep producing and making money.
Right.
Where
Helped
you have
us.
someone that helped us too.
Help
yeah,
you guys,
for sure.
and then they're not having management or middle management screening people at the door.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100% right.
Most of those were outside, and
Yeah.
so we just found ways to make money, and this is the time to do that right now. Even if you don't go into a formal recession, we know things are contracting, so go get it right now.
Yeah, and along those same lines, if companies can, innovate their internal processes, so maybe whether it's automation or something like that, automate those business processes so that you are a little bit more nimble and a little bit more lean, so that you will weather the storm of a recession if you need to.
Right.
I'm thinking about how we can automate the show.
I was thinking about that.
Get an Andy bot out of
I think so. Yeah. No.
Or a
just-
blow-up doll of Bart sitting
Yeah,
here.
there you go. We'll just pre-record everything or whatever. No, I am thinking, but every time you're on, I still can't believe you haven't been to Black Pelican in North Carolina. I just can't believe it.
I know.
It's just unbelievable.
We've been to all of them, but not the Black.
Yeah.
I went home and told my wife, I said, we got to go. I've been challenged.
Yeah.
We got to get
I
there.
keep taking heat for this.
So I've been seeing you guys out and about in the community. None of that's going to continue to change. It's you guys love being a part of Jackson.
Oh, 100%. And actually, as I was walking in here, I was just thinking, God, I love being downtown with the music playing.
Yeah.
It's such a much more vibrant downtown than when, I was growing up.
It feels different.
It feels a lot different than it did a decade ago.
Yeah.
We're, if anything, we're going to increase our community partnerships.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time to be in Jackson, that's for
No
sure.
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
We appreciate your sponsorship of JTV as well. And,
Absolutely.
yeah, thanks for coming in
Yeah.
today.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it,
thanks.
Yeah.
Jim Dolson and Ben Jones from US Deffing. More of the morning show in just a moment.